Hi guys, and welcome back to episode 6 of the Raid series. Now, in the last 5 episodes, we focused on tasks, and in the next 5, we're going to focus on making bank. So the objective here, I want to try and get some containers. I want to try and upgrade the hideout, and then I also want to have some money aside that on after the episode number 10, that episode 11 to 15, we can go in there and focus on PvP. Now, we'll also be trying to get some of the quest stuff done, anything that's like on a collecting side of things, and push towards that path. So any quest items we can get, we'll put them aside. But the main focus will be to get those containers sorted, particularly that scav junk box. So then we can start have a good place to store a lot of stuff, because it's going to be an absolute cluster trying to get stuff sorted in a standard account. So anyway, guys, without further ado, let's crack straight into it. So in the background here, I've just got my my overall screen, just so I might try and remember to do this at the start of most episodes. So then that way you can see what's been going on. We're 17 raids in with a 52% survival rate. Don't focus too much on survival rate, guys, because it can be really influenced on how you play. Like if you're going into loot, you're not trying to go into any of the high conflict areas, you can really influence that to be higher, to play with squads and stuff like that. So if you're new to Tarkov, don't get fixated on this number right here. Don't even get fixated on this number right here as well, because this kill death ratio is your it includes scavs and PMCs in your kills and your death to both. So it's not really an indication if you're good at PvP or good at PvE. It's just a random number that doesn't mean shit, to be honest. So just understand that. So if they were to implement a stat that said how many PMCs you've killed, which for me would be 9, and then how many deaths I've had, which I've got 8, but it might have been only like 4 from PMCs, which means I've got a 2 kill death ratio against PMCs, which would be pretty good in my opinion. But it really, like I said, don't stress too much about this kind of stuff. Anyway, let's get back into the hideout. We'll check what's going on here. We do have the ability now to use the flea market, so any opportunities we get to take advantage of that, we should. We just got the iskra there. So one of the things that we should also be focusing on is getting particular stuff in the hideout done, so we can craft items that we need for quests as well. So we still need another iskra lunchbox. I'm going to probably craft that in the hideout right now, which means we're going to have to buy one of these and 2 of the crackers. But I don't want to overcommit our finances to anything in the hideout that's going to send us broke. So, like, you know, I could really push for a lot of these upgrades right now. Once we get obviously the requirements. So we need therapist level 2, so we need to get some more XP there. But like here, this is the perfect example. We could get this done, but it's going to chew up all our finances. So we need 3 more corrugated hoses. I'd probably want to get 4, because I'm pretty sure one of ours is found in raid, which means, you know, there's what's that, 320,000 just there. Some of the bolts are 50k at the moment. So there's another 200k there. So we're like 500,000 just to get a water collector, which, whilst it would mean we can upgrade our lavatory to the next level and start doing some of the crafts there, it's just not worth it right now to spend that kind of money on the hideout. Once we have a few million up our sleeve and we can start powering through this, definitely worthwhile. Like I said, not worth it so much right now. Something like this with 13 of these, it's 130. Plus then we need to get 5 of the wires. Like, you know, there's like 180k. So we definitely do want to upgrade this stuff. It's going to be massively helpful. I just want to show you. It's going to be easy. The library is something I'd love to get started, which is the practical 30% extra skills, as well as the air filtering unit, which when you have the filters in there, you get 40% extra physical, and it does make a big difference. The last thing on the hideout I want to show you guys is the Bitcoin farm. Most people understand how this works, but the Bitcoin farm at max level, you get 4 Bitcoins per day, and at the moment they're selling for about 470,000 each. It's free 2 million rubles a day if we get that Bitcoin farm to level 3, which is something to be pretty cool to get done before the end of the episode, or end of the series. End of the episode would be insane. So yeah, just keep that in mind. As for now, because we have access to the flea market, there is something I want to do right now, which is I want to get this gunsmith task done. It's going to be a little bit of a headache because they've changed it. But the best way I know of doing it is you want to get this here, which means we need 2 elite pliers. So we'll go elite pliers. Which they should have dropped price a fair bit now. 1 and 2. If you want to avoid getting like this item has been sold, just buy the second one. It's not normally a lot of value difference. So there's that. I don't think we've got a shotgun grip, a curved shotgun grip, but most people, I don't know why they do it, but they spend their money on oh, actually, we might have to find one of them. So the shotgun grip, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be super expensive. It's the plastic grip. Oh, they've actually dropped in price. So, all right, we need that one. And I'm going to explain to you why we want to get this done. So we can get into the farming quest chain. It's good XP, but it's also, you got to find a heap of items for it. Now, the last thing that in the past, all you had to do was get an X400. And that would be it. Unless they've changed it back to the original task. They've actually made some changes to the actual quest line now. And made it a little bit more difficult. So this used to be able to hand it in. They might have changed it back. They have. All right, cool. So we can hand this in. And this is going to unlock Gunsmith Part 2, which we're not going to do right now. We need level 12, and that opens up farming, which in itself will give us a heap of Bitcoins and other stuff. So it's worth doing this. Getting up to a bit later on in the chain as well gets us the signal quest. I think it's after Gunsmith Part 2. But we're not going to worry about that right now. I usually do like one gunsmith an episode just because it just gets a little bit tedious doing it over and over again. So this is the actual gun that we're going to use for this quest. And I'm just going to put this here for now. And then that can get sold. I really do want to try my best to keeping this tidy. I don't know how well that's going to work. This ASVAL we're going to sell on the flea market. Oh, actually, I think it was selling for the vendors for that. It does. All right, cool. AKMSNs are actually pretty good for just using in general. Now, the objective of this raid that we're about to do is we're going to go into... sorry, we're going to put these up for sale just because of how much they're worth right now. 18,777. Cool. The objective of the raid that we're about to do is we're just going to go into interchange, and I'm going to run along the back and just going to grab as much finance as I can. Anything that's going to make us money. I've got a few tactics on how I do this, but one of the things I want to do is I want to buy a rig. I'm trying to remember. I think it's called Velocity. The Velocity rig. This is how much they are from Ragman. I think actually Ragman's more expensive and it's locked, so it's 54k. So we'll grab one of these, and you're going to see why. Like it's pretty much a backpack. We can buy a backpack as well, like an attack backpack. And this is like, once you hit level 10, this is the kind of stuff you want to do. So we can grab an attack backpack here. Oh, that was already purchased. All right. Issue we're going to run into here is we need to do that and then put that there, and I'm going to vendor that. All right. So now, as you see, we have a lot of space taken up there. Oh, we've got a lot of room there, and we can take advantage of like trying to loot heaps. So it's important that we try and survive the raid. The SSD we're going to just sell there, and this key's worthless to us, so we're going to sell that. I did see an extra 110 key. I don't think these are sell for much on the flea market. 22k. I'm pretty sure therapists will give us the same. Yep. All right. So, and we don't need this at all. So all we're going to be taking into interchange is, believe it or not, 3,000 rubles. And the reason behind this is so we can take the car extract if we want to, if we see it. And we're going to run the back of interchange, and we're just going to grab as much as we can. What we could do as well to make money is we could take advantage of a scav run and just go into factory, just grab whatever we can and get out. I really, really do want to try and get a med container. It would be so good if we could, because it would make it so we could just make a heap more space. Med containers, ammo boxes, all that kind of stuff. It's all the stuff that I want to try and really work towards getting. Oh, by the way, this AP ammo, they're 1,000 rubles around, so definitely going to sell them too. 11, do it like that. Yeah, we found them in a hidden stash, and even these rounds too, we could probably sell as well. 839. And that kind of money will really add up. So, that's, the one thing we want to make sure we don't forget is, what is this? I think these are drops. Can't be dropped. Why did I get those 2 items? What did Prepper say? Is that Prepper? Oh, no, I think maybe they are dropped. Here's the stuff. Keep your eyes open. I think at the moment, Prepper's just giving a free message, a free item every day. I've got a feeling about this. You recently seemed to split off from your group. See, this is... I think that's what it is. Right. Well, we're going to take it because I'm pretty sure that's what's been happening. It was like a little thing they're doing. It's nothing too crazy. It's going to be just good for the M4. That's all about it. All right. So we're going to go into our interchange run. We've got some meds. I will take an IFAC just as a backup. And that'll be it for that. I do want to sell this shotgun stuff just to clean up the space a little bit. Those M62, M61 rounds. Oof. 15... 11 and M62. Sell them like that. I'll sell eventually. And it's good money. Cool. And then the objective is just going to be to get those containers. So let's get a win under our belt, and then from there we'll see what we do. I'm going to do a quick factory run. We're going to grab whatever we can, get out, and then sell that stuff. And then that's just going to be an extra little bit of cash. And then we're going to get back into the back of the interchange. I want to try and get maybe 2 to 3 runs of interchange in this episode. And then just show you how much money we can make from that. If we can survive at least one of those, we'll probably make $500,000 to $1 million. If we die on all of them, then that'll suck. But we shouldn't. We should be able to try and get at least one under our belt. And then it'll pay for all that. Anything that we lose for those other runs that we die on, it won't make any difference because of just how much we make on that one win. Sell all that stuff on the flea market, make 1 million rubles, and then use that money to either do stuff in the hideout and also get those cases going. So let's get into this Gav run. All right, so we're in. It's just a cheeky Mosin run. We've got office window. He's got a Saiga with a rig. I'm just pretending to be like a scav at the moment. He just looks like he's got a shotgun. I'm gonna shut that door so I don't get flamped. There's someone coming out of there. This has been breached. Someone's in there. Alright, can't be trusted. Safe's been looted. Jacket's been looted. This one might not be. Not a lot, but... I must have hit low. I don't know. I thought that would have cleaned up his thorax. I did 35 to the guy's head. Like, it was a clean headshot on the first guy. It was 35 to him. The second one I did 120 damage to, but didn't kill him. All right, I should have probably just extracted. That was silly on me. No big deal there. I literally just spawned in, killed a scav. I should have just extracted. I was just trying to see if I can get anything from the filing cabinet on that. Would be a bit of value, but because if I extracted, it probably would have been the vendor. But I want to be on the generous side and say 200k, but it probably would have been about 150k. But when you think about the time invested in that, it's an easy 150k. All right, we're going to go straight into interchange now. We're not going to mess about. We've got enough meds. We've got to get through this. And interchange, we're going to go the evening time. And the reason behind that for interchange, so there is a quest that goes from 2300 to 1000 from the night time. And people are out there trying to PvP. So if you can, stay between 10 a.m. and 11 p.m. or 10 p.m. And you'll have a lot more success avoiding PvP. We're going to ensure through Prepper just because we can, and we'll get straight into this interchange run. we're going to try and make bank on this run. If we can get a 1,000,000 ruble run straight off the bat, I'll be grinning. All right, so interchange can be a little bit hit and miss with making money, but I've just found it's the most consistent with staying out of the trouble if you just play it right. So our biggest threat right here is trying to get into the back of the mall. So we don't want to get bogged down by anyone coming down on the left-hand side over there, or potentially someone down on the road. There is a very small chance someone would spawn at the very top of the ramp, but it's less than likely. It doesn't really happen too often. So the way we're going to do is we're going to go straight inside and then turn right, and we're going to go in the back of there. Once we get inside there, our biggest threat, there's 2 threats. I'll explain them in a sec. All right, so now the 2 spawns down. There's one halfway down towards the power station, which is directly to the front, and near the tanker, and the other spawn is at the power station. There are now our 2 biggest threats. The guy that spawns at tanker, if he knows what he's doing, he can come up, and he'll come up right in front of me in the middle. And the guy at the power station sometimes will run all the way into the other end of this and into the middle of the mall. So that's what we're watching out for as we're pushing through here. And then we have to listen out for that. Now, there was some containers back there that I could have looted, but right now we're just going to go for the sure things. And so we're going to be looting all these containers along here. A spark plug we actually need for a quest now. Relays are going to need for a hideout. Oh, actually, I think we're already done with the relays now. I could be wrong. Now, pretty much the way it works is you loot everything along the back here. Keeping an eye out down the far end for anyone that's coming up. Yep. So that's where they could come up. Once we get past there, once we get past there, our next biggest threat is the guys coming up from power station. I'll just quickly check this container here. And what you can do is you double tap O, and if the power is on, which they haven't done, the safe room exfil would be green if someone had turned the power on it at the power station. And what we can do here is a wrench, screwdriver. There's a few items. Wrench, screwdriver. Measuring tape. And I think a blue tape and something else makes up a toolkit, which we're going to need for one of the quests coming up. Defuel is actually worth 25k. So you can actually do it like that. Put that up here. And if we die, we sell the defuel, we can buy another IFAC. Like, IFACs are selling for about 12k on the flea. You can take a cheeky look, see if anyone's down there. See if you can just like see anyone down there. But that's not our objective at the moment. This is all about speed just as much as it is pathing. Because you want to get through this stuff quickly. The faster you move through a map, the less chance you're going to run into any resistance. And you want to be constantly listening out for any sort of players or anyone really. It's actually been a little bit unlucky. Our toolkits have been pretty empty. We'll grab that fuel. We're looking at all these shelves here. Now, if we want to risk it, now we're talking. This is what you want to be getting. Oh, so that's big for us. Tech tape are worth a lot right now too. So that toolkit, 80k, we actually need one. Keck tape's worth about 60k at the moment. Fuel's worth about 50k. Relay's worth about 30, 40k. Spark plug we need for a quest. Like, this is where we're starting to make the money. Like I said, we had a bit of a slow start with those toolkits, but it's all good. Can't see any scabs down there, so we need to be really worried about that threat of players. I'm just going to jump over this because I don't like running down that ramp. I'm going to run across here now. I'm going to tap O, double tap O one more time, see if the power's been turned on yet. If it had been turned on since we last checked, we know that someone's still inside the power station. We have a hidden stash up the back here. Bit of insurance fraud. The reason why we do the insurance fraud is if we die, at least we know we're going to get that helmet back. It looks like the car's there. I'm pretty sure that's the car we want. What you can do is like be putting these up here. Oop. It's good that these toolboxes haven't been looted. If they'd been looted, then that would be reducing our finances a little bit. To be fair, I really want to take those bolts instead because I know we're going to need them for upgrades. If you need stuff for an upgrade, you're better off putting it in your container. Now, the risk that we run into here is if the power's not on, either someone's still here or we run the risk of someone just want to get inside. Or we run the risk of someone wanting to come here to turn the power on. Now, these haven't been looted yet. I can't hear anyone yet. So it's more than likely that someone either just didn't bother looting here and just ran straight into the building. Or they, well, no one spawned here at all. The shush is selling for about 40k at the moment. It's well and truly down the path of the hideout. Now, in the past, I was very gung-ho on just making sure I focus on questing as well. This actual wipe, I spent a lot of time early on just looting and making that bit of a bankroll, upgrading the hideout, and that really paid off big time. We literally just pick up everything. We've got enough room for it. We just grab everything we can. Oh, that's big, that Amelia. Now, the car is there. G-phones we're going to need for a quest. You don't have to do these filing cabinets, but because we're going to be bugging out in a sec, I'm just going to do it. Rec bats we're going to need for a quest. Now, the fear I run into is we've done this. Actually, I think that's been 10 minutes now. Cool. So we're all good. I didn't want to do a run through, but I'm 99% sure we're sweet. All right, so 1 minute. We're just going to hide behind here. Wait 1 minute. Now, top of my head, 80K, 30K, 50K, 50K, 40K, 30K, 60K, or maybe even 80K. A lot of these items like wires, spark plugs are 10 to 20K, sugar's worth 20K at the moment, rec bat's worth like 30K. Like this is like a 400-500K run, fairly comfortably. We had a really slow start. Normally I feel this. Normally I'm completely full. You can double tap O to see how long's left on the car. 23 seconds. I probably won't go out there till there's 10 seconds left. Maybe it was a 6-minute run. Maybe it is only 40 minutes for sure for interchange. I just felt like we were in there a lot longer than that, but it's not a run through anyway. It was 11 minutes. Cool. Bam. 1200 XP, which it's progression. Nothing to complain about there. But money. Holy money. So quest items we just got. We got the stuff for the Jaeger task. We got a toolkit, which we're going to need for the first farming quest once we hit level 12. We got spark plug, which we need, and then we got a lot of stuff that we can either use for the hideout, sell, and be able to buy more containers with. So we're gonna be I'm gonna be pretty much dumping everything here, except for the way I want to kind of do it is I'll dump that, and that real quick, and just hand these in. That's to there, and then therapist, car. Repair, we'll get that one in. And then we don't have to worry about that. Now, the rest of this... Actually, so... That we're going to vendor. Anything else I'm just going to straight vendor. That. And that. Fuel. Don't believe... I think you can put 2 fuel in at the start. I'm trying to remember. Generator. You can. Cool. We'll put the other fuel in there. We don't actually need to have that cranking anymore. And then we'll go like this. We're going to need this for later, so I'll put that down there. We don't need any of that for quest items. But any of these needed for quest? Nope. G-phone. We need that for a quest item. Now, if you go to the EFT wiki, you can find out what you need for a quest as well. We do need wires for a quest item. We also want to take 3,000 rubles again. Remember that for the car. If we get the car extract again. And the IFAC can go back in here. Now, I'm not going to sell this stuff just yet. I might sell just a couple of things. Oh, wow, that's gone up heaps. I just want to make sure these sell. So I'm actually going to put them up a little bit cheaper. Relays. Keg tape's selling for heaps at the moment, so let's get rid of that. Rec bat we need for a quest. I'll come down the bottom here. Nails. Screws and bolts we're going to need for the hideout. So I'm just going to put these down here for now. Anything else that's of high value? I don't really believe much of this is going to sell for much. Like we could probably just vendor majority of these. Don't think the croutons are selling for much at the moment. They're not even up for sale, really. These will sell instantly. T-plugs are selling for a little bit. I know that much. We do need T-plugs actually for a quest. I should have held on to that. Don't think anything else is here. Nope. 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 Strange. I've never seen matches so expensive. White tape. Nope. Sugar is actually selling for a bit now. Elioncas is selling for a little bit too. And I don't think gas analyzers are selling for anything. Nope. That's vendor price. Screwdrivers. Nope. Cool. So I wasn't going to sell all that stuff just then, but I did it. Tried to do it as quickly as possible. Might sell that helmet. You can go to Jaeger. Then we'll go to therapist. Then we'll go to mechanic. And then we'll go to peacekeeper. Cool. So we started on like 500k, and after that, a few quest items, and look, bam, 900k. One thing I want to do just before we go any further, just to make space, I want to buy one case. Meds case. The therapist, they sell for 548, so it's not much more expensive just to buy one on the flea. And now, the amount of space I'm going to free up with that is going to be great. Even blood sets. I don't know why I hold on to that sugar. So that's the first one. And the next one I want to get is ammo cases. But I want to do another run before I risk doing that, because we don't want to overcommit our finances. Bam. Already a heap more space. I could literally just go like this now. Bam. Bam. I feel like we've been liberated a heap. Now the AK-74N we actually need for a quest. So the way I want to do that is I want to go like that. Cool. All right. Next raid. Let's go again. We could even go out our scav again to try and top up. Let's do that real quick, and then we'll go back into interchange and doing that interchange run. Very straightforward interchange runs we're doing, but you can see the value in it. Bam, bam, bam. What we went 400, 500k just for doing that, and we got some quest items, and also, yeah, we got a lot of quest items. All right, we're in. Camera bunker door. I'm going to check for 306. I think we actually got the 306 already, but... Never seen that red thing. Don't even know what it is. Could be blood. Alright, everyone, look away. Oh wow, this scav just died. Oh, where's that? Fucking insane. Legit just found a dead scav. That's sick. Right. We're pretty much just going to vent everything here. Just for the easy cash up and there. So that goes like that. Literally, this is how I do it. I just go like this. I'm not going to overthink it. I actually need this for a quest later on, so we'll start collecting them. Very straightforward. That's what I should have done on the first raid. If you want to make bank, just go interchange scav and do the exact same run I've been doing. Oh, I did on that previous raid. Just do that on this scav and then extract. Bam. Pay money. And you have less risk because scavs won't attack you, and you're just getting the slops. All right. So, and this is a good way of cashing up your money on your trader spent too. So that, I think this is going to have to be repaired 4K. Hopefully we get more than 4K back for the repair after the repair. 13, happy with that. We could be using the Mosins, but right now I don't really care that much for it. And bam, another 37k. And it's, like I said, just a cheeky little top up you can do. We'll put that in there, and then bam, we're going to go straight back into our interchange raid. We're not even going to think about it anymore. And like, remember how I said about the 10 p.m. to 10 a.m.? That's the one we want to go on now, because I'll be already past it. All right, so same strategy as last time. We're going to be just pushing through that back area of interchange and making as much money as we can. And then hopefully we'll have level 12 at the end of it, and we can try and get a cheeky factory raid in to get that farming quest done. Otherwise, we'll try and... oh, this is actually a really good spawn. So the way you do this one now is you do the exact same back path thing as before. But you hope that most people push into the mall, and you can just run along that back line and be grinning the whole way. Gold chains, they're 30k or 20k depending on the day. Same again, you're just looting everything. Now the car is there, so there is a couple of options you do have here. You can, because you already know the car's there, you can do like a bit of a loop and then come back to the car, and it wouldn't be the worst idea. So that's worth about 30. Take that. And this is where game knowledge really does make it shine for the people who will make the best out of it. Ooh, this is big money. Let's go those two out. Tetris. Okay, so that barter trades into a Bitcoin and is worth 480,000 rubles right now. So this run can't fail us now, no matter what happens. Our gear here is worth like 100k. Going back to the bulb thing, if we had a bigger container, we'd put the bulb in there. Because even if we die, we can use that in the hideout. I'm not going to turn power on just yet, just because I just don't want to hear the noise. That's the only reason. Grab whatever keys come up. That literally grab everything. So that's M4s out there. Definitely two. Most people won't check this room. So there's two guys out there, one with an M4, one with an AK. They're going to come in and turn the power on. That's the whole objective of coming here, I'm pretty sure. So the tactic here is we wait and see if we can catch one off guard. Maybe they'll come in and loot the jackets. Shoot one in the back of the head when he's looting the jackets. Then we try and kill the second guy. We just have to be patient. It's a lot of shooting to kill a scav. There has to be players out there, like another player. Either that or he's really bad. It's worse in our favor if they're that bad. Chewing through their ammo. One might forget to reload. They haven't came in and turned the power on. We can literally sit here. We don't have to rush this. If we were going to try and take advantage of it, we would have pushed out when they were fighting the scavs. Next best bet is we try and get them when they're looting. The good thing is they wouldn't have heard any noise from me this entire time. So they would actually think that no one's here. I'm only hearing one person run around at the moment. There's potential that there was two individual players. This is the kind of stuff that I'm always thinking about. When you're hearing shots around the map. I'm leaning towards there were two individuals. They sounded really close to each other when they ran in, though. Unless he got tapped by the scav. That scav saved us, to be honest. The amount of running that I'm hearing makes me feel like one died and he's hiding his loot for insurance. Could be wrong. Very vascular arm. He's over there now. I think one of them died. I actually think one of them died. I reckon there's going to be insurance fraud. Look at that. There's a dead guy there. I reckon that's the player. This is the scav. Dead player. This is another scav. This guy died to a player. Righto. There was a lot of running out the back. Another dead player over here. Holy crap, what went down? Like a three-man rocks up? Oh, we haven't insured that. That's all right. feel like he would have thrown the gear around here somewhere. There's so much running around. There was running around over here. Silly to put it down there. All right, what we're going to do, because I feel like this in itself is already a win. I'm just going to grab whatever I can from this stuff. And then, I'm going to leave via the car. There's no need to be greedy on this at all. Can't remember if I searched these already. I have. I was a little bit wrong with how many were there. I definitely knew a 2-man rocked up. And then I guess another one came from the other side. There's a lot of information going on. We are the rat. Oh, they've been looted. We came over here. We didn't loot this one though. Righto. Be a toolkit, isn't it? Ah, contacts, that's right. Cool. Alright, we're going to get out of here. Insane. Absolutely insane. We'll go back through while we're waiting for the car and scavenging the last of the items, but... The 33:05 was the time. Alright, grab anything else from that. We could get that rig. It is a better rig to take. We're really taking the last of the pennies now. I don't even know how much all that's worth. With Tetris alone's worth 500k, but all the other stuff on top, no complaints. Probably 700k to $1 million we made then. That's nuts. All we was spawn here, just hide for a second. All the players came to us, fought around us, then we left. That gets us level 12 as well, which unlocks a heap of quests. Happy with that. All right, what we want to do from this, I want to get at least 1 ammo box. That's after the 1 ammo box. I'm pretty happy with containers for this episode at least. And then I'll probably try and get a couple of upgrades for the hideout. Nothing too crazy. I feel that would be a good start, at least. I like these themed episodes as well. Like if you're watching right now and you feel like having some themes to the episodes as well is good, let me know, because personally I think it's a really cool idea for me to explain different things as how I would do it. And yeah, it's just good. Holy crap, 508k for a Bitcoin right now. Grinning. That is, that's absolutely insane. Now these KS-23 shotguns I'm not going to use right now. The grenades I'm going to sell. All right. What I think we should do before we go any further is I want to buy an ammo case, just because then I can start sorting out which money I want. So these are 100k. Nothing. Cool. I don't think we need any magazine cases just yet. We already got a document case, so I'm happy with that. Grenade cases aren't worth it. Not initially, at least. We're not going to get a weapons case. Dog tag case would be handy, but it's not really required. I think... Okay, so what we're going to go for now is the scav case. Scav lucky junk box. 1.8 million. But we can buy them ourselves or do the barter trade ourselves. So, ammo. So, PS we're going to keep. A56A1s we're going to keep. LPS GZH for now we're going to keep. I'm not the biggest fan of BP. I think I'm going to sell that. All the ammo inside here. Let's see where that sits. All that PS ammo, that can go. Any ammos down here? No. Alright, so like literally that is all the ammo I want to keep. And then the rest of this can all be pretty much sold. Oh, this AP ammo. Good ammo. Alright, so I'm going to sell that AK. I'm going to sell all that. The Sharp 10 ammo is good. Like if I'm going to use any of that ammo from the KS-23, that's the one I'm going to use. Quick sell to Ragman first. Usual drill. Therapist, if we've got anything. No. And then mechanic. Actually, I'm going to sell all this to Prapper. We're sitting a little bit better financially, and I need to get Prapper to level 2 for a quest that's going to come up. So all this can go to Prapper. And then the rest can go to Jaeger. Which is that one. And then mechanic for the last bit. Cool. Now, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting because we need to do all this. So, cigarettes we need for a quest. Goes down here. That we're going to vendor. The rig we're going to hold on to. I know those bolts we're going to need, so it can go there for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Screws we're going to need. That goes up there. Med case for that. Med case for that. And she's full. We could probably go like that. Pretty happy with all that. We actually need that for a quest, so we'll put that down there. Now, as for selling, drills are selling for a little bit. 26, 1, 2, 3. Matches, they were selling for a little bit. This won't be as much this time. On the flea market side. I don't think batteries are selling. Nope. Zibbos are. Wow. 11, 1, 2, 3. GPXs, that's just their vendor price. So, apparently these sell. I busted it. I've got to restart the game. It's a little bit of an issue right now. I don't know what causes it, but it's happening on my game at the moment. Where if I put too much stuff up for sale really quickly, it just bugs out the flea market. So apologies for that. We'll be back into it very, very quickly. All right. Bulbs we need for the hideout. Put that down there. Let's see. Do we want to hold on to a high level dog tag? Not really. We are going to need fans. Farming. So we'll hold on to that now. Screws we're going to need for the hideout a lot. Let's hold on to that for now. Blue tape we're going to need. Gold chains we're going to need. Everything else I don't really think has a value. This does. I think that's like the only thing. And then was the cricket that bugged us out. Nope. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. The other thing you can actually sell on the flea market is this alpha rig. We do want to have money spent on Ragman though. 29. Yeah, it's the same. Go to Jaeger for our money spent. Sell, sell, sell. Therapist. Actually, we need USEC dog tags. That stays down there. And Peacekeeper for the flash drive. If Prepper's got anything left. Nope. So Mechanic for the last ones. And Grinning. So, we're now at 1 million. We've got now got a med case and an ammo case. We've got some quest items. We have quest unlocked here. Which is, we're going to have to go to factory to drop these off. Which I definitely want to do because I want to get farming part 2 unlocked. And I also want to get signal part 2. Money from here. Oh, so we actually got more money too. And now for the hideout. Get a couple of upgrades happening. Nothing too crazy. Just some of the stuff that might take a little bit of time. I kind of want to get that water one done. So we need 12 of these. Oh, wait. Look how much they just jumped up. So 12 of these is like 240k. Right. Fuck that one. Unless we need it for something down here already. All right, let's get this one done. So we need a motor. And we need a car battery. I know this is like 200k. But then that upgrade's happening. Security to level 3. We need illumination level 3. It's going to be a while. Still need to get level 2. Workbench level 2. I just want to blow our entire cash flow. So this one needs water collection. I want to get this one done. I'm pretty sure that hose that we already have is found in raid. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I know this one's going to be expensive to get done, but I definitely want to get the next level of this done. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, come on. The cool thing is we're going to get a lot of this stuff if we do more interchange runs, which I'm not planning to do interchange on the next episode. But if we were to do more interchange runs, that would work for us. We'd get a lot of these items. All right, there's water collector. So that's 2 hours for that one. Need generator level 2. And to get that, we need vents level 2, which is happening. Well, it's important to get that one done. Nutrition won't happen until laboratory level 2. And so to get laboratory level 2, we need to have the water collection. So yeah, that's why we needed that one done. So really, the only thing we can have left to do is illumination. So let's just do it. 12. Oh, we've only got 270k left. All those sold. Fast as I could pretty much press buy. Insane how quickly they sell. How many are we up to? We've got 4 more. All right. I don't want to blow any more into the cash flow anyway, because you don't want to be completely broke. But winning, happy days. 2 hideout upgrades happening. We've got 2 new containers and we're down 200k. Can't complain. That hideout's going to be really helpful for us later. Next episode, I want to try and get the AKS-74U done. I'll try and get farming part 1 done, which I'm pretty sure gives us bitcoins. No, one of these gives bitcoins. Maybe it's farming part 2 gives bitcoins. It's insane. Or farming part 3. One of them. We'll see. Anyway. Oh, the main reason I want farming part 3 started is you get, or at the end of farming part 3, you get Shooterborn in Heaven, which I know held us up a fair bit on the last one. Anyway, that is it for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It's a bit of a longer one, but I just get so excited. You guys should know the drill by now, but if you haven't, please do think about subscribing and notification bell. It really does help out with you guys popping in. Make sure you don't miss any episodes. Like and comment on every single video. It goes a long way to discoverability. Tell your friends about the raid series if they're new to Tarkov and you want them to have a bit of a guidance on how I play and how to progress through the game. I'm going to try to keep these themes. Let me know in the comments below about what you think about the themes. And if you guys like having weekly themes, too bad I'm doing it anyway, but I just like to know feedback anyway of what you do like and don't like about it. And yeah, lastly, I'll see you next time.